All right, got a new pen to take a look at today from the good folks over at Aerocrafted. This is second pen of theirs. If you remember just a couple of videos back, I was working on putting through the retract click pen through its paces and had some likes, dislikes. Overall review was, or the overall opinion was, this is an excellent pen, can be used for everyday carry and punches well above its weight, but that's not what we're here for. I was put on to the fact that I should try this clipped pen. Clipped pen is not something that I normally would grab for in my everyday carry, as I'm a pretty big fan of machined pens that have fidget factors, that have intricate mechanisms or complicated mechanisms. But today we're looking at the Contrail. This is a pocket pen made from grade 5 titanium and Ultem, which is pretty sweet looking pen. The finish is satin. Comes with a Pilot G2 Mini, and this is a capped pen, and there's a hidden air vent that I don't know if it's hidden, like hidden, or you can't see it or you can't find it, but the vent is to prevent leaks. It's got a pocket clip. Pocket clip is very stiff and very good. It's integrated into the cap. Now, I will throw up a picture of another option. It wasn't available on the website, but they have this pen without a clip, but a lanyard option. And that is intriguing as well, especially with when it's stowed, the length is only 3.35 inches and open 5.10. And I really tried to stick to a pen that has an overall length of right around 5 inches. The diameter was not listed in their specifications. Diameter is something that is very specific to the user, and I prefer one to be right around 0.40 inches in diameter. This, if I had to go by feel, I would say is probably somewhere between 36 and 38. That would be good for them to list it, just for people who would like to know. The weight is 14.5 grams or 1/2 ounce. Goes together easy. The balance is very nice. Now, I don't have many capped pens to compare it to, but this one is the ZENTO signature clipped pen. And this one definitely has a thicker diameter. And what this one has, which is really something that is high on my preference list, is the fidget factor. This has a closure that's magnetic. So there's a little magnet in there, and you can hear it snap shut. So this gives me, or the user, a cool fidget factor appeal to it. Now, I've had this pen for a while, and I don't really think I've carried it much. Again, I prefer a machined pen that's a click-in style or a bolt mechanism. But this is very fidgety, and I do like it. But let's get back to the Aerocrafted Contrail. The size of the pen, I put this in the positive or pro category. This is definitely a pro. It is a great size. The balance is just phenomenal. The feel in the hand, feeling this pen and writing with this pen in hand is really astonishing. It's a pleasure to write with. You could write short periods of time, long period of time. I haven't really put it through its paces over the course of a week. I have a few hours with it now that I've been taking notes. Today is Sunday. Not sure exactly what day this video will be released, but on a Sunday, I have a lot of planning to do for the week. So a lot of to-dos, a lot of checklists, a lot of goals. So today is a day that I would be doing more writing than any other day during the week. And really no fatigue, pleasure to write with. It's got a sleek, I guess a sleek simplicity to it. I'd hate to say that this is a simple pen because there's not a lot of, there's really no moving parts. As a matter of fact, it's just, you have the cap, you have this Ultem part of the body. Here's your G2 mini refill and a spring. And it's pretty, I guess simple is, I don't know if it's an understatement because of the amount of innovation or creativity that has to go into it, but I guess it's a simple simplicity. I don't know. I hope I'm not using a disparaging term, but I like, simple outcome. It's a simple outcome. It might have been tremendous in design, but the outcome is simple. The way that the cap just goes on a touch to make this balance just perfect is phenomenal. Now, the fidget factor is not there for sure. That would be probably my number one con, or I don't know about a complaint is the right word either, but if I'm designing something for myself, I want to be able to fidget with it. Here, I guess this has probably about the best configuration to try and fidget with it, although it's certainly not as satisfying as the magnetic attachment. That is a 10 out of 10 for a capped pen. The diameter, again, if I'm looking at an improvement area, and this is personal preference, I don't know how many people prefer a 36, a 38, a 40. I prefer a 40. So again, this is me personally. If I could have it a touch larger in diameter, I think it would be fantastic. That would add to the weight. So someone who is concerned with the weight or duration of writing, that might be a negative for them. But this is really, I'm so glad my buddy put me onto this. And if you look in the description, he has a coupon code that I'm attaching that you can save 15% on the pen. Pen is under $100, free shipping, and you can get some extra savings using his code. I bought this pen. I did use his code. I received nothing for it. These views are my own. I purchased it. I use it. And then I just tell you what I think. And if you were in the market for an affordable everyday pen and you had the two options between the click pen and the capped pen, I think I would probably, if I had to grab for one, I'd grab for the capped pen. It has just an overall better feel. The balance is perfect. I think the weight is a great sweet spot. And as much as I do like this retract pen, I just don't get the fidget factor satisfaction. I don't expect there to be much of a fidget factor here, so it doesn't let me down. But this is a fantastic pen. They're doing amazing work over at Aerocrafted, and any product that you can pick up from them, USA made, attention to detail, second to none. And you should get yourself one, put it through its paces. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks.